Hey, sports fans, if you want to learn how to catch big smallmouth like this, then join professional angler and I, John Cruz, up here while we're on Lake Champlain, fishing a shallow running Little John SPRO crankbait, a new crankbait nobody's seen before. Great fish, John.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's time for Fishing University, featuring Charlie Ingram with all pro rods. If you want to learn how to catch more fish and bigger fish in your home waters, Charlie can show you how. Fishing University is also brought to you by Diamond Gusset Jeans, Honda 4-Strokes, Z-Man and the original Chatterbait, and Phoenix Bass Boats.
Hi sports fans, I'm Charlie Ingram and welcome to Fishing University on Versus. Today we have with us John Cruz. John's kind of a professional fisherman fishing the BASS Elite Series, and he's also a lure designer. You got a new lure there, John, that's pretty interesting looking, and I think it probably work up here on Lake Champlain in Plattsburgh.
That's right. We, you know, about a year and a half ago I collaborated with SPRO, and they told me, they said, do you have a crankbait in mind that you want to design? I said, absolutely. I've fished with handmade crankbaits for years, and I could never find the right mix of durability, castability, and with a bait that would run right. And I collaborated with them. We took the best of both worlds. We got a bait that casts real well. It's got a silent weight transfer system in it. This lure weighs almost half an ounce, so it casts real well. It's flat-sided. It's got the computer chip bill on it, so it's real durable, and it gives the bait a lot of feel when you're down there, when it's down there on the bottom. And I think we've designed a real good bait.
We're going to see if these Lake Champlain smallmouth like it, as well as those largemouth you've been catching on the tournament trail on it.
That's right. This bait's kind of a slow floating bait, so you can actually stop it, and it's not going to just fly out of the strike zone. It kind of hangs in there.
Yeah, that's good. Kind of reminds me of those old wooden baits those guys built in Tennessee for a long time. That flat-sided bait, you know.
That's really kind of what we modeled it after, is the handmade crankbaits. But as you know, the price of those things are pretty steep, and they're, you know, if you bought 5 of them, you'd get 1 or 2 that would run real good. So
well, the durability is the biggest problem.
That's right. You hit a rock or hit a dock, and then all of a sudden your bait's gone. It's done. This thing is real durable.
What John and I are doing, and you fish these flats on these smallmouth, for these smallmouth, right where the rivers normally come into the lakes. It's a really good place to fish a crankbait like this. What do you call this, a Little John?
It's called the Little John.
That's pretty appropriate.
Yeah, that's right. We beat around some names and settled on the Little John, so it's something people can have fun with. I know we did when we designed it.
Feels good, buddy. It's shaking the guides on this all-pro rod I got. Pretty good feeling rod, though, isn't it?
It is.
Got those arbors that go down to the blank, those graphite arbors in the handle there, so you can really feel that bait vibrating. Oh, Lee. That's a good one there, buddy. You ain't gonna believe this. A reel come off my reel seat because I didn't have it tightened down good. Here, John, you reel him. I got the rod.
It's a team deal.
Reel him, John, real fast. Keep reeling. Reel. I mean, this is a good one, buddy.
Oh, look at the size of this thing.
I know it. I told you that rod had a lot of
This is team fishing right here.
Look at this. Yeah, right. All right, you got him. You landed him. Whoa!
Oh my goodness. Now that's a good release right there.
That's what I was like.
That's a good release right there.
He was a big fish. What was it? A walleye or I mean a muskie? Big old pike.
We'll get back to the action in a minute.
Kind of go over us, John, what kind of colors you like and what kind of water conditions. Here today we're kind of fishing I don't know what you call it. What color is this called? Brown?
A little bit of a
shed?
Algae green. Oh, our crankbait colors here. This is a chartreuse root beer, and it's a color some people may have seen. We kind of tweaked it a little bit, make it kind of a faded look, and it's a good stain to muddy water bait. Good in the fall with that brown back. And I tried to make something, a color for every situation. We've got everything from the spooky shad, which is almost a clear looking minnow color, and then we've got everything to a old fire tiger color, which has got a nice matte finish on it. So no matter what type of watercolor you've got, there's definitely a color that'll fit you on this. Shallow run
which
crankbait.
color water would you fish like for instance the smoky shad in, and then kind of go through the spectrum there a little bit, you know?
Right. I use the clearer the water, the more realistic I use with the baits is pretty much up. Here's one right there.
Is it? Doesn't he size? Huh? He's gone to fishing for these northern. What have you got, buddy? A walleye.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Catching them all.
You fish for those things a lot?
only when I come up north, but man, these things eat good. Whew.
They do, don't they?
We'll let this one grow a little bit more.
Yeah. Goodness, he did more cut enough after you turned him loose than he did beforehand, you know?
I wish he'd have done that when he was on the line. It'd have been fun.
John's doing that stop and go retrieve, and he stopped it and gave it walleye time to catch up to it, right, John?
That's right. That's right.
But anyway, go back to the color thing.
The colors, yeah. We designed 3 or 4 realistic shad colors, and they're real good in the clear water, and you can burn that bait real fast. And it's amazing how clear of water you can catch fish on this little bait in. And we did some chartreuse colors. We did a spring craw, which is my favorite color for the springtime. Fishing pre-spawn fish in reservoirs when you get a little stain in the water. It's a kind of a yellow chartreuse color, and it's got a little bit of red in it and a brown back. It's one of my favorites. And you know, like I said, we did the old fire tiger color. We've got a unique color in a PB&J is what we call it. It's basically a brown bait with a purplish white belly. It's definitely something different. It looks very much like a brim. It's been a neat color I've played with a little bit this year. And we just got a little bit of something for everybody, and I think once you see them, you'll understand they're good colors.
In other words, the brighter the color, the more stained water you fish it in, right?
That's right. I fish the stained watercolors and more of the chartreuses and the bright colors, and then the more of the shad patterns is your stained to clear water. That's kind of the way I go with it. And anything with a little bit more brown in it is what I use in the fall. For some reason, it seems like stuff with brown in the back is real good in the fall. And more of your chartreuses are what I fish in the spring. Chartreuses and the blacks in the summertime especially.
I guess you can retrieve this really slow when the water's cold in the wintertime, can't you?
You can. You can retrieve it real slow, and it still has a good little thump to it.
Yeah. You speed it up, you can run it as fast as you want to, and it doesn't roll, does it?
No, it doesn't. It tears out of grass real well too. I just started playing with fishing it in the grass towards the end of this year, and it does real well on those grass lines, and hooking it in that grass, ripping it out, and getting those reaction bites.
Oh, baby.
Uh-oh.
Oh, baby.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
God, these things like to fight, don't they?
They jump. Yeah, they can leap tall buildings with a single bound.
I think they're about 3 times bigger than they are, no matter how big they are.
Flop with that one.
That's right.
They think they're what?
They think they're 3 times bigger than they are,
Yeah.
no matter what size they are.
You know, when I was a kid, man, I have caught a bunch of them that size up there in the creeks at home. That's why I learned how to fishing for smallmouth. How to retie.
My stepson's 8, and I take him down to the Roanoke River. It runs right behind my house. We go down there and catch a bunch of little smallmouth about like that size right there. And
now wait a minute, you talking about my little fish now? What's the deal?
Hey, you were talking about your little fish.
I didn't say anything
I was
about.
just chiming in on it.
You said I didn't say little smallmouth like that, like you did. Got a bunch of little smallmouth like that.
You catch left-handed.
What's the deal with that?
Either or.